So there are many, many types of cells on Earth, but we can group them into two clear different groups. One is the prokaryotic cells and the other is the eukaryotic cells. So these two types of cells, there's different ones in each of them, but they're very different from each other. They have some similarities, so all cells in fact have some similarities. All cells have got, well, they've all got some DNA in the middle, so they've got, either some DNA just in the middle of a cell, like a prokaryotic cell, or if they're a eukaryotic cell, they've got DNA in their nucleus. So either way, they've both got some DNA, and DNA is the instructions for all living things. So if you don't have DNA, you're not going to be alive. All cells have also got a cytoplasm. So a cytoplasm is basically all of the stuff that's inside the cell. So it's all the stuff that's in the cell, not including the DNA or whatever's in the nucleus. So this is the cytoplasm over here, and this cell over here, it's all this stuff, all this here. This is all cytoplasm. So both of them have DNA, both of them have a cytoplasm, and all cells also have a cell membrane or a plasma membrane. So there's a plasma membrane there, and on this prokaryotic cell there's a plasma membrane there, and this is like the balloon part of a water balloon. So it holds this holds all the components of a cell together. So everything that's part of the cell is inside this plasma membrane. So you can see there are some similarities. I should have also said that all cells have ribosomes, and these make proteins. So there's some ribosomes over there. Here's ribosomes. Are these tiny little dots. They're very hard to see. There's some dots all over this nucleus here. So both cells also have ribosomes, and they make proteins. That's really where the similarities between these two cells end. So it's plasma membrane, cytoplasm, ribosomes, and DNA. We can also see some differences here. And the big difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells is basically that eukaryotic cells have a membrane-bound nucleus. So that's that big structure here. And this membrane-bound nucleus, this contains the DNA. And eukaryotic cells have a membrane-bound nucleus inside their kind of external plasma membrane. Prokaryotic cells, they have no membrane-bound nucleus, they just have DNA floating around in the middle. Now, eukaryotic cells, not only do they have a membrane-bound nucleus, they also have other structures within the cell. So they've also got other membrane-bound structures within them. So this is one of them called a mitochondrion. There's another one here. This has got some Golgi here, Golgi apparatus here. So there's another membrane bound organelle. This red one here, it's kind of hard to see. This is endoplasmic reticulum, all these strange names. You can see with all these other things in here that the eukaryotic cell is actually far more complicated than a prokaryotic cell. And because of that, it's also quite a bit bigger. So prokaryotic cells are far simpler, they're far smaller than eukaryotic cells, and prokaryotic cells are also always unicellular. So the organisms only have one cell. One prokaryotic cell, one organism. Eukaryotics, complicated cells, the cells in you and me, they are far bigger, far more complicated, and they're often found in multicellular organisms like us, so organisms with many, many cells. So that's a little bit of the similarities between all cells, but also some of the differences between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells.